welcome back, my faithful viewers. Today's video, we are going to represent your city collaboration with the One Big Happy Family. So, as you know, you may know, you may not know, yes, I am from Brooklyn. We are not just another state, not just another city, but another planet altogether. Yes, we can be a state all of ourselves. We just chose to be part. Anyway, it's a long story. Brooklyn actually is a coextensive of Kings County. Kings County being the most populated county in the state, and actually the second most densest populated county in all the nation. So we got a lot of people. Let's see, the population, the area codes, we have 3 area codes. We have 718, 917, and 347. The place is so big, we need them. Our national GDP gross GDP for the year was $91.6 billion. We don't need Manhattan. We can do it ourselves. Thank you. Keep going. We are known for Coney Island, the playground to the average man, Brooklyn Bridge, which actually was completed by a woman, story behind that, and Prospect Park, one of the actual first parks before Central Park. It's just, of course, Central Park is Manhattan, Manhattan is Wall Street money, and money rules. Okay, so one thing we were known for, is the Nathan hot dog. There's a story behind that. Nathan hot dog actually started out as Fleischmann's. Fleischmann's, if you look it up, was a hot dog stand that got together with 2 brothers. And after a while, one of the brothers was like, I think I could do this better and I could do it on my own. So he actually moved literally 2 blocks over. And instead of charging 10 cents for the hot dog, he charged a nickel. At which time his brother was like, we don't know what's in those hot dogs that he's going to put a nickel on it. And that's when the rumors started, there's dog meat in the hot dog. So one brother tried to make the other brother go belly up before he even had a chance. But that's a whole other war of the roses. So that's how Nathan's got started. It was actually the Fleischmann's brother. Now, it was in 1906, 1907. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on this. But yes, that's when Nathan opened up his hot dog stand on Stillwell Avenue and 12th. Actually, on 12th Street in Stillwell. Still remember the address. Wonderful place. And what he would do is that we had a Kings County hospital literally in the area. So when the doctors, when the medical students and the medical nurses I needed that. Anyway, when they were on their breaks and they needed something to eat, Nathan would literally pay these people, these medical students, to eat hot dogs on the platform as the trains would roll in. And people would look at them and say, well, if the doctors are eating it and the nurses are eating it, the people that are coming off the trains just didn't know that those doctors and nurses were all students. They didn't know any better. But it was a good hot dog. The secret, if you buy in bulk, you get it cheaper. You get these cheaper. But again, a whole other kettle of fish. So we are going to have a bite of Nathan's hot dog. This is the regular, this is the foot long hot dog. I am militant. The only thing that belongs in a hot dog for me is mustard and or sauerkraut. A little bit of grilled onions is acceptable. We've got mustard or sauerkraut. Your choice. Oh, that's so good. Mm. I think Nathan. Mm, mm. Nathan holds a contest every year, and I think the record is 75 hot dogs in 10 minutes. Yeah, I know. That means you will have to be eating what? 5, 6 hot dogs? No. 12 hot dogs a minute? Are you out of your mind? Mm-mm. 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 Hold on. 75 in 10 minutes. 7.5 hot dogs a minute. That is outrageous. Outrageous. Anyway, another thing that Brooklyn is known for that we not too many people realize is we have bagel and a schmear. Yes, the quintessential breakfast on the run. Everyone knows about the pizza for lunch or the hot dog or the pastrami at Carnegie Deli, which doesn't exist anymore, but that's Manhattan, another kettle of fish. We have a really nice bagel shop. Is the bagel shop of Park Slope. Look it up, fabulous little place. And basically it's just a bagel with a little bit of schmear. Nothing fancy. Don't get comical with this. The everything bagel is acceptable only because it's so popular. It is acceptable, but don't get fancy with this stuff. Now we're gonna go ahead and give this a tasty taste. Mmm. 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 Nothing fancy. It's good old fashioned food. Mm-hmm. Mmm. Now, I know some people are like, oh, we're gonna go with the pizza, which pizza's better. Listen, New York style pizza was made to do one thing, be portable. That's what it was made for. You roll up your pizza because you didn't get it in slices, you bought it by the pie. And you roll it up, you put it under your arm, you go to work, you put your pizza on on the furnace at work. So by the time lunchtime gets there, it'll be nice and warmed up and you ate it. That stuff in Chicago is equally delicious. Don't tell no one I said that. But it was made by a man who moved to Chicago from Texas. Where it's like where everything's supposed to be bigger anyway. And he saw the New York style pizza and said, I need this bigger. And he made a pizza that you sat down and ate. He just happened to live in Chicago when he did it. No, it's none of this. They're both equally good. They're just made for different things. New York style pizza is, oh my God. And it's the water. It is the water. You gotta have the water. Anyway, I need to keep this under like 12 minutes. But if you go to ConeyIsland.com, you see all the new renovations they did. And it's awesome there. The thumbnail that you see, and that's my childhood home. I'm in the brown house, second floor. I'll try and do something to where you could see which windows were my apartment that I lived in. The yellow house on this side, that's where some Cuban refugees came in. And on the white house, in the white picture house, bottom floor, It was some refugees from no, it was South Africa. It was from South Africa when apartheid happened. So they needed a place to hide and get their citizenship ready. So they lived there. Um, we had a Jewish lady that owned a clothing store around the corner. She lived across the street from us. Some Irish family lived down the block. And the landlady that owned the building, she was Polish, and she fled Hitler. So I grew up around, surrounded with the world. You know how beautiful that is? Be surrounded with the world. Ah, Brooklyn, that's where it's at. So we're going to go off, see who's next. Until next time, folks, we're going to hope for the best. We're going to prepare for the worst, but I guarantee you, we're all going to end up somewhere in the middle. You go have fun. Bye.